Welcome to Author Design Academy's Quick Reads. Today we're going to be analyzing The God of the Woods, a thriller by Liz Moore. This cover is fascinating in the way the designer breaks from the obvious visual cues for a mystery or thriller. However, the originality still maintains the tension expected for the genre. Normally when we discuss space, we talk about the areas around an object. This cover is using the Z-axis to provide depth. In this instance, the three layers are creating a sense of space. Furthest back, we have an image of a tree drawing from Impressionist artists. The vivid and visible brushstrokes create this space. The typography appears to hover over the painted canvas. This is further emphasized with the pink drip of the paint emerging at the top, coating both the painting and the type. This allows the design to have a shallow depth of field featuring a back, middle, and foreground. On first glance, it might feel flat, but the aha moment of the paint dripping creates a visual intrigue. This is an effect authors can use in their visuals, even if they want a dominant object in the foreground. Typography plays an essential role in this cover. Let's start with the title, which dominates the composition. Its placement is almost as important as the type itself. It's not centered. If we break up the cover using the rule of thirds, 3 rows and 3 columns, the title is slightly lower than center. This creates tension, and for those loving symmetry, an uneasy feeling. The type itself has an organic element to it. If we look at the letter T where the stem meets the bar, there's a slight curvature. This can be seen again in the crossbar of the H and throughout the rest of the letters. These curves create a softness to the letters, possibly mimicking the paint drip's organic curves. However, the type also has geometric elements like the perfect symmetry of the O, blending neo-grotesque and humanist into a single typeface. The organic and artistic element is then repeated with the chalk-like strokes in the secondary type. Authors can use this cohesion between typefaces to reinforce the imagery in their work and create a single unified composition, as opposed to having an element pop off the cover. The paint drip uses space, texture, and direction to stand out. As the paint sits at the top of the canvas, it serves as an entry point for the eye. Elements that touch the edge or go off the page generally create tension, and the pulling paint is no different. Thanks to gravity, we follow the pink down the canvas, crossing over the type, and ultimately stopping just north of the word wood. However, the drip isn't static, as the viewer can imagine it rolling down the canvas in real time. This is partly due to the texture showing it's wet and the direction of gravity. This streak carries us through the composition, stopping again south of the halfway point, offsetting the composition and causing a slight unease to the eye. This is an excellent example of how violating symmetry can take an otherwise static design and breathe life into it. These are just a few of the techniques making The God of the Woods a wonderful blend of old and new.